Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. What is going on, guys? So, Street Fighter 6 is officially 1 week old. I know, dude, they grow up so fast, right? And your boy's been playing a metric ton of this game. Like, a lot of Street Fighter 6. That's all I've really been doing, other than dealing with car troubles, right? And you guys are probably wondering, hey, you've played a lot of this game. Who do you think is really good, right? What does your personal tier list look like? I'll be honest with you guys. This game is too early to be coming up with tier lists. I've been seeing tier lists fly all across my timeline as of late. This game's only a week old, so those are disingenuous. However, if I were to make a tier list, it would look something like what I have in this video. So, if you guys do like Street Fighter, if you guys do like Capcom stuff, leave a like, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 subs for my birthday in July. And without any further ado, let's get to it. So first things first, guys, I have to say tier lists are definitely subjective, okay? A character that I put in D tier, it doesn't mean they suck or anything, right? It just means that they need slightly more help compared to, you know, the rest of the characters in the cast, okay? The best player of the worst character in the game is still gonna double perfect you regardless, right? So it doesn't even matter. So with that being said, we're going to start from the bottom, which for me, it would be the D tier, okay? And I have two characters in my D tier, and that would be Lily and Zangief, right? The two grapplers. The reason why I have these two characters here, grapplers are either not great or they're broken. That's just how fighting games are. And Street Fighter 6 in particular is a game where it's a game of extremes, where rushdown characters are very, very dominant, and so are zoning characters, right? It's one or the other, right? All the characters that are like, you know, mid-range footsie-based characters, they don't do too hot, right? Lily and Zangief, it feels like they need a little bit of something, but when they do get rolling, man, dude. Zangief in particular. See, no one picked up Zangief expecting him to be S tier, right? Because he's not. Zangief is bottom tier basically in every Street Fighter game that he appears in, right? Like, that's just how it is. That doesn't mean he's a bad character. It just means that Zangief, his game plan is difficult to execute, but it's incredibly rewarding when you're able to pull it off, right? So basically with Gief, his buttons, he has some long-range buttons, like normals and stuff, but the game plan of Gief is slowly marching across the screen, and you're a big target, you know, and you're dealing with, you know, zoning and fireballs and mix-ups, until you're finally able to get in and land a command grab and do big damage, right? Because of that, it's, you know, Zangief is difficult to play. He always has been. But when you do get those command grabs, Jesus, man. Lily, a little bit different, right? She's basically T-Hawk with a wind mechanic, right? Like a stack mechanic. And her managing these wind-clad stocks, that's what they're called, they improve her game plan significantly. They increase her mobility. They increase the damage on a couple of her moves. The thing about them, though, is that you have to build these stocks, right? Which shouldn't sound too difficult, right? They're just stocks. However, you're going to hear me talk about this later on with another character, one that I like a lot. Street Fighter 6, you're still trying to, you know, fight with the drive mechanics, you know? So the mental stack of you playing a grappler who has, you know, a stock building mechanic and dealing with the drive gauge and trying to manage that, just the mental stack of all that, it can be tough, right? And that's why Lily is in D tier right now. So now we're moving to C tier, right? I want you to take everything that I just said about Lily, okay? For the most part, aside from the grappler part. We're talking about Jamie now, right? And this pains me, okay? Jamie's my main. Jamie's my favorite character in the game, right? And it pains me to put him at the bottom of C tier. A lot of people have him in D tier, right? I think Jamie's better than that. I think they're underselling Jamie. He's a really good character when everything comes together. However, you got to worry about the drink mechanic, right? The drink mechanic lets Jamie down, right? They do give you a lot of opportunities to get his drinks in, right? Because once Jamie hits 4 drinks, he's like an A+, almost S tier character, you know? He does a lot of damage, he has a lot of options. It's just, you gotta get there first. What I think, you know, would benefit Jamie a lot. I feel like Capcom should just, you know, when you get 4 drinks, let that roll over to the next round, right? Just like how Manon, she's able to build her medal stacks or her medal levels. I feel like Jamie should be able to have that. I think that would benefit him a lot. Just the mental stack of worrying about your drink levels and, you know, and his damage just isn't there until like 3 drinks in. And like I said, it pains me to say it. Jamie's my favorite character. Jesus, man. That's depressing. Unlike Jamie, though, our next character doesn't have any mechanics that weigh him down. And that would be Dhalsim, right? Dhalsim, I have in C tier because he's pretty solid, right? His zoning is really good. However, this game is dominated by rushdown characters, right? And Dhalsim doesn't have any get off me moves, right? If Dhalsim had something to just like swat these rushdown characters away, he would be way higher on this tier list, right? Also, Dhalsim is a character that, you know, throughout the years, not a ton of people play him. You get a bunch of Dhalsim specialists, and then those dudes pick up the character and like do amazing things with him, right? So we're just waiting for that. But for now, I have him in the middle of C tier, right behind Manon. So Manon, I have at the front of C tier. She's the character I have right before we get into B. Manon, I think, is the best grappler in the game? Question mark? Maybe. Just the medal levels, it gives her a little bit of sauce, right? Her command grabs, on average, they do less. I think they do the least amount of damage of any command grab in the game. Not counting Jamie's like little command grab he gets at 3 drinks. But Manon's command grabs are not that difficult. However, each time she lands one, she gets a medal level, right? And then the strength and the damage of her command grabs increase. And by 5 medal levels, her command grabs are the strongest grabs in the game, right? Which is really cool. Another cool thing about her medal levels, they roll over to the next round, right? So unlike Jamie, who has to build up all these drinks, and Lily, who has to build up all these stocks, Manon keeps the resources that she's earned, right? So that's cool. I think she's earned her place at the front of C tier. B tier, baby. And B is for Blanca, as it turns out, right? I have Blanca at the back of B tier. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, hold up, wait a minute. Blanca Ball is a problem. He should be way higher. That is true. Blanca Ball is a problem. However, once you figure out how to stop Blanca Ball, come on, dude, stop it. Stop it. Get that out of here, man. I will say Blanca is one of the 2 scrub killer characters in this game. There is another one who's significantly higher. But come on, dude. Once you get rid of the Blanca Ball, stop. He's not even... He's out of the question. Right in front of Blanca, we have Cammy. Now, this is a weird one, right? Cammy's usually A or S tier in most of the games that she's in, right? And for some reason, she just doesn't have a lot of damage in this game. You know, I think that's how they're bouncing her this time around. They're just, I don't know, man. She doesn't hit. She just doesn't hit. I wish I had a more eloquent way of putting that, but it's true. She just doesn't hit. That's it. There's no other real problems with her. Her mobility's good. Her options, all great. She has ways of getting around zoning. I don't know, man. So this next character, I might have a little low. Simply because of the level of difficulty it takes to be good with this lady, right? And it's Chun-Li, right? Chun-Li is already an execution-heavy character. In any Street Fighter game that she's in, like, I'm convinced anyone that plays Chun-Li is like a genius, like 500 IQ, you know, big brain mastermind. In Street Fighter 6, they increased her difficulty even more, right? I know people that play Chun-Li, and even those players are like, oh yeah, she's kind of tough to play in this game, right? I will say this: I have not gone up against a bad Chun-Li player. Let me say that, okay? I feel like I should have her higher, like at the bottom of A tier. I don't know, man. Anyway, moving on. Next is Marisa. Marisa, big muscle mommy, right? We love Marisa around here, man. We love Marisa. I do think she is. I do think she's B tier. I would not put her above B tier. She does a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. She does a lot of damage, guys. She hits really hard. I know all of you guys have been done in by a Marisa combo. at least once, right? She hits like a freight train, dude. She hits really hard. However, she does have a very big glaring weakness, right? And it's not her speed. I was gonna say her speed, but she's actually pretty mobile for a big body character. Marisa, much like the Dhalsim, she doesn't have any get off me moves, right? So rush down characters that are all up in her face, dude, they mess her up, man. They destroy her. So because she has such a glaring weakness, I couldn't bring myself to put her above B tier. Even though I want to. I love me some Marisa, man. All right, so leading the pack at the front of B tier, smack dab in the middle of my tier list, is the karate man himself, Ryu, right? The man of the people. So Ryu I have at the front of B tier because he basically has every option that he needs, right? Ryu has always been like that, right? He can zone, he can rush down if he wants to, right? He plays a very good grounded footsie game, right? However, I will say Ryu's not as good as he was at the launch of Street Fighter V. I don't even remember what made Street Fighter V Ryu so dominant in the beginning. This Ryu is not that, right? This is old man bearded Ryu, right? He's a master now, right? He's taking it easy. I'm right in the middle of the tier list, Ryu says, right? But yeah, Ryu can basically he can play any game he wants to play. However, there are people that do it better, right? And that's just a day in the life of Ryu, unfortunately, right? Being a Ryu main. And there's other Shotos that do things better, which we will get to in a minute. So now we're in A tier, right? And the first character I have in A tier is JP, right? And JP is here simply because I feel like we don't know everything about him yet, right? He's so mysterious, right? His game plan is so mysterious. People are finding things out about him like every day. Like I saw a JP combo the other day, and it blew my mind, right? Like my mind was shattered. Okay? So I feel like, in a couple weeks, after some more high-level players experiment with him, like Sonic Fox, right? Let him cook. I feel like JP is going to be a lot higher in a lot of people's tier lists, right? But as of right now, bottom of A. Right, so right in front of JP in A tier is Luke, right? And dude, I love me some Luke, man. Dude, Luke has really grown on me since the launch of Street Fighter 6, man. I don't know what it is. I think it's because he's an idiot. That's probably what it is, but, Luke is interesting because in Street Fighter V, he was the best character in the game. And then come around Street Fighter 6, during the betas, people were saying he was, like, really weak. But lately, I've been seeing people kind of roll that back, right? I never thought Luke was weak in the betas, right? I always thought he was, at least B tier, right? B, verging on the A tier, right? That's why I have him towards the back of A tier. I've been seeing a lot of people lately put him in S tier, right? I wouldn't go that far. Luke does have every option he needs. He's basically like a more complicated Shoto. He has a fireball. He has a bunch of close range options. His footsie game is pretty good. Most of his normals move him forward, right? Which is always good, right? It makes him this weird character that can stand his ground really well, right? And then he has his flash knuckle charge combos, right? So he has a little bit of sauce. There's a level ceiling to him, I think that's really cool. So that's why I have Luke in A tier. Oh, this one's interesting. This is a really interesting one. So right in front of Luke, I have Honda, right? So Honda, I foreshadowed this earlier in the video. I said there was another scrub killer character next to Blanca, right? Honda is that character, right? Honda is just, man, under the right circumstances, right? Your opponent's in burnout. Honda becomes the most dangerous character in the game, right? Dude, there are like guaranteed like kill setups with Honda, right? Where your opponent's in burnout and you have you use the sumo like hand slaps, 100 hand slaps. Oh, dude, you could just chip them to death. It's incredible, right? On top of that, the sumo headbutt is insane, right? It's like another Blanca ball. It's hard to punish. Yeah, Blanca. Honda is definitely a scrub killer character. Other than those things, he struggles every once in a while, but he's definitely better than like Blanca. Like definitely. That's not even a discussion. So moving on from Honda, we have my guy DJ. And man, dude, DJ is such a fun character in this game, man. Like, what a glow up. Am I right? Like, I am aware that DJ was pretty good in the early days of Super Street Fighter 4. But this is different. This is different. This version of DJ is so... There's so much going on with him, right? DJ has a tool for every situation in this game. Like, dude, he can zone, right, with his fireballs. Each version of the air slasher just is different, right? Dude, he can, he's tricky. He has mix-ups with the feints and stuff. He has the sway, like, dude, he is, dude, man, I almost put DJ in S tier. But like, I felt like that's some personal bias coming in. I'm trying to keep this fake tier list as objective as possible. So I'm putting DJ at the penultimate spot of A tier, right? And following DJ, we have the number 1 spot in A tier, right? The rushdown monster, Ken. Is it me, or is every person you fight in this game a Ken player? Right? Is it just me or no? Because, dude, Ken is everywhere, and he's really, really good. Ken, dude, you don't even need to throw Hadoukens. You don't even need to throw fireballs. Like, that's just an extra option that Ken has if he wants to zone you, right? But most of the time, Ken is all up in your face, dude. And it's like, is it oppressive? A little bit. It's a little oppressive. I've been seeing a lot of people say Ken is S tier this time around, right? And me personally, I don't believe that. Ken has your regular shortcomings of a Shoto, right? But I can see why people would say that. Ken is very good in this game. He's significantly better than Ryu, in my opinion. All right, y'all, we're officially at the finale. S tier, right? And I have 3 characters in S tier. This was a tough one, right? So the first character that we're going to talk about is Juri, right? Juri's an interesting one because I keep saying this. I think this is the best Juri has ever been, right? She has a tool for everything, right? It's like they mashed Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5 Juri together, right? Street Fighter 4 Juri was already a complete character. Street Fighter 5 Juri, she was fun, right? Towards the end of the life cycle of Street Fighter 5, she was pretty good, but she never felt like a complete character, right? So they kind of just fused the two of them together to create Street Fighter 6 Juri, right? And she is really, really good, man. She's fast. She's scary, right? Like, her stock mechanics, the way Juri's stock mechanics work compared to like Jamie or like Lily, who I have significantly lower on the tier list, Juri doesn't need those. She does not need her stocks to be an effective character, right? And I think that's the big thing about her, right? Juri's gonna kill you either way, right? The stocks just make her existing moves better, right? And her existing moves are already good, you know? And then on top of that, Feng Shui Engine, incredible super, always great, right? She has a projectile that it's like a low profile projectile, right? That's really good. She has her dive kick back. Like, dude, Juri's a monster, man. She is a monster. Moving on from Juri, we have Kimberly. Oh my God, Kimberly, man. Kimberly. I have a legit question for all you Kimberly mains out there. Like, serious question. At what point do you guys use your brains? Like, serious question. I'm just asking for a friend. Like, oh, never? You guys never use your brain? You just do it? Oh, okay, got it. All right. Yeah, man, they just do it. That's how it works. Dude, I hate Kimberly, man. I hate her. I hate her so much. Dude, Kimberly is such an annoying character, man. She's everywhere. She's everywhere all at once. She's that movie. Dude, she's fast. Like, she has a tool for everything, right? You can't even really zone her because she has tools of getting around zoning. The only saving grace is that Kimberly does not do a lot of damage, right? But that's not her thing anyway. She wants to set you up, right? Which she's really good at, right? Kimberly will open you up and then it is death, right? I am so tired of seeing Kimberly, man. You know what's crazy? During the beta, she was broken, like actually broken. She had like a unblockable setup or something like that. Like, dude, They could remove Kimberly from the game, and I would celebrate, right? So, we're at the last character, guys, and via the process of elimination, you guys should already know who it is. It's Guile. Of course it's Guile, right? Guile's the king of this game, right? They nerfed him, just like Kimberly. They nerfed him from the betas, and he's still good, right? Guile's game plan is just, it's very focused, it's very effective, right? Sonic Boom's flash kick. Sonic Boom's flash kick. You got him in the corner, throw some boom, do the boom loops, right? Hit him with the boom loops. Sounds like an off-brand cereal, right? Boom loops, right? Like, he's so good, man. Like, I don't even know what to say because it's Guile. You know what Guile does. I know what Guile does. I am not going to tell you anything that you do not already know about Guile. That's how good he is, right? It's Guile at his best, right? Guile in Street Fighter V was already good. He's even better now. He's even better because the game allows him to be better, right? The drive mechanics just make Guile like, he's an unstoppable monster. He's so good, man. Anyway, guys, that's my list. This is what it looks like, right? Absorb it. Take it as gospel because this is the most truest, most objective tier list possible. I'm joking. There's no such thing, right? Tier lists are all personal preference, guys. It's all personal preference. However, this tier list is based off of, the information I've gathered about the game. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Leave a comment. Are you guys pissed? Is your favorite character low on the tier list like mine? Huh? Are you guys Jamie fans too? Are you guys angry? Let me know in the comments. If you guys made it this far, leave a like. Subscribe. I appreciate that. Your boy's trying to hit 500 subs and I'm almost there. Right? So I appreciate any help I can get. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's been a pleasure. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.